everyone, it's Destiny, and today we're going to be talking about some exciting news regarding 4.0 for Honkai Star Rail that was officially released. So I thought today we can go over that. And before we get into today's video, if you have already seen 4.0 or once I show you these details here, let me know what you might be excited for in regards to version 4.0. And lastly, before we get into today's video, if you enjoy videos like these, consider subscribing to see more content from me. Leave a like to support today's video, and now let's get straight into it. So I thought we could begin by talking about the version 3.8 delay compensation details. For those that are not aware, version 3.8 will be extended from the normal 6 weeks that we have an update to 8 weeks, and the compensation will be 1,000 stellar jades as well as 10 fuel. And I believe we should be getting this compensation within a day or two based on the date they provided, which was December 8th. So I believe we're either getting this compensation today or we're getting it tomorrow, which I'd love to know if you feel like this was a good amount of compensation. I personally definitely appreciate the fuels, as this can assist with building characters. I know some people weren't too happy about the stellar jade amount, but it is nice that we're at least getting some form of compensation for the 2-week delay. And now for the super exciting stuff, we got this image right here, which is supposed to reveal the 4.0 characters, or rather their little teaser for the 4.0 characters, which they've done similar things in the past of teasing characters. I'm just waiting at this point for the trailer slash teaser showing them off more. But if you take a close look at a lot of these silhouettes, a lot of these characters look pretty familiar based off of their silhouettes. So we're just gonna start from left and go to right. Starting with the left character, this honestly reminds me of Sparkle just because of her hair. She's also a bit short as well, and then it looks like she may have a new outfit, which is really cool. And I do think based on the silhouettes, we are going to get some new forms of some of our favorite characters. As for the character next to her, I'm actually not too sure who this might be, honestly. Their silhouette doesn't look very familiar. As for the third character, this kind of reminds me of Blade just because of the hair and also the sword as well. If you're also feeling like it might be Blade, let me know. And also, if you have theories on who the middle character might be in between what I believe is Sparkle and Blade, let me hear your theories as to who you think this might be, or if this might just be an entirely new character. As for the fourth, this is kind of giving me Boot Hill vibes just because of the hat as well as the hair, and also kind of like the shoulders as well, I would say. I think that might end up being a new form of Boot Hill potentially. As for the fifth character, this is definitely giving me Silverwolf vibes. There's a little ribbon at the top of her head, and then also the way her hair is, and just her general pose as well as how the outfit silhouette kind of looks. Definitely reminds me of Silverwolf. And as for the last character, I've seen a couple of theories as to who this might be. Some people think it's Fei Xiao. I don't think it's Fei Xiao just because of how long those ears are. I feel like the last character here might be Yae Sakura. I personally think we might finally be getting her in Honkai Star Rail, which I've definitely been super excited for the day this might happen. And I don't know, it's just the ears. The ears and also just the general, I guess, pose that she's in kind of gives me that vibe. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm really hoping that that ends up being her, because I would be so excited. She's one of the characters I was hoping that would eventually come in Honkai Star Rail, especially after we got characters such as Bronya and then of course Acheron and so on. So it'd be really cool to see a Yae Sakura in Honkai Star Rail, in my personal opinion. But overall, I'm pretty excited for the 4.0 little teaser here they did with the characters. And I also believe the element that will have a focus, so in the way of how 3.0 had remembrance, right? Which I personally think that for 4.x, we will be focusing on elation. Not 100% sure what the path will focus on beyond that, if it'll be kind of like remembrance where it's primarily just you have a memo sprite, but then your kit is pretty open as to what it could do. I wonder if elation will have many restrictions when it comes to what the path is able to provide character-wise. If it's anything like remembrance though, then the answer is going to be no, but I'm really curious to see what they end up doing with this path. I have seen some say it'll focus on heavy skill point usage, I have seen others say that it'll focus on follow-up attacks. So I'm really curious if you have any theories as to what Elation is going to be able to provide, at least path-wise, when it comes to the characters. Or if you think it'll be pretty open like Remembrance as well. And also, out of all these characters, what are your guesses as to who these characters are? And also, which one are you potentially the most excited for? Now, when it comes to the other images, let's just go through those real quick as well. These photos are more so just teasing the next world overall, which we have this image right here, and then also this image, which this image gives us a little bit more to look at. It does remind me of a amusement park, I would say. We have the huge pom-pom in the middle. We also have Cocolia off to the side. It kind of did give me a bit of a Bellabog vibe looking at this, and maybe it's like a fun amusement park of some sorts. I'd honestly really love to know more about this new world, and once again, I can't wait until they give us a trailer or the teasers, or even once we get the live stream for 4.0. That's going to be a pretty exciting live stream, and I'll definitely make sure to react to that live stream as well, since I'm sure they're going to show us a bunch of new things. But it does look like right here that Cocolia and Pom-Pom might potentially be fighting. Cocolia has these boxing gloves on. She's ready to go. She also has an HP bar as well, which I think is kind of funny. Oh wait, actually, I think she's boxing the person across from her, not Pom-Pom. The person across from her also has an HP bar. But regardless, I think this is super cool. It looks really goofy as well, which I'm sure goofiness is definitely going to be an element of this new planet from what we've seen so far. And I'd love to know, are you excited for this new planet? I'm personally pretty excited just because I just want to know more at this point, and also these screenshots look pretty cool that Honkai Star Rail officially posted a couple of hours ago. So I'd love to know all of your thoughts. And do you also feel like the compensation is a nice amount as well for the 2-week delay? And yeah, I think that'll honestly be it for today. I'm just overall really excited. And also just this screenshot in general looked really funny to me. So I'm really excited to know more about this as well. But yeah, that'll be all for today. Let me know all of your thoughts once again. And if you did enjoy today's video, consider subscribing to see more content from me. Leave a like to support today's video, and I hope to see you all next time. Peace.